Hi there, friends. I'm meteorologist Jeff Haniewichlets. Today was a day where we had some cloud cover early in the day. Then most of us, not all of us, most of us though, started to see a little more sunshine in the afternoon. High temperatures today, 50s and 60s, a little bit above average for this time of year. I've had several calls into the newsroom this evening about two objects in the sky very close together. Those were indeed two planets. It was Jupiter and Venus outside earlier today, or I should say earlier this evening. They're still around. You can head outside and of course, see those two rather large dots in the sky. And again, those two dots are very close together, almost look like they're touching each other. Pretty close. Those are two planets. That would be Jupiter and Venus. All right, friends, we are always trying to get pictures sent to us from beautiful sights that you see, from beautiful sunrises, sunsets, from perhaps what you're seeing outside tonight with Jupiter and Venus close together. Best way to get your pictures on the air, best way for us to get them on the air too, is via something called Pin It. All you need to do is go to WSLS.com/pins, and you can drop us your pictures that way, or you can go to Pin It or Pins on either the news or the weather apps. Okay, so again, get your pictures on the air. We'd love to see them. We'd love to put them on the air. Best way to do it is via Pin It, WSLS.com/pins, or via Pins on your news and or weather apps. All right, let's talk about the warm air that has been around for us this February. Okay, we're of course in a new month now. It is March the 1st, but as we kind of put a bow on February was something else. It was the warmest ever on record in Roanoke and Lynchburg, second warmest ever in Danville, third warmest in Blacksburg and in Covington. Now, oftentimes when you hear us talk about how we gather data as meteorologists, you hear us talking about something called meteorological winter or meteorological spring. Us meteorologists work on a little bit of a different calendar than everybody else. We still believe in the Gregorian calendar, so don't hate us too much here, because we do. Every calendar we use at home is via the calendar you use. But when we're collecting data, we use a little bit of a different calendar system. And meteorological winter actually goes for us from December 1st through February the 28th. It's just easier to keep records that way. It's easier to keep data that way. So as we look at meteorological winter, it did end for us here yesterday, and it was the second warmest meteorological winter ever on record in Lynchburg, third warmest in Lynchburg and Danville, fifth warmest in Blacksburg. Again, we're looking at December 1st through February the 28th, and these numbers are quite impressive. This gives you some perspective as to just how warm January and February were, because December was very, very cold for us. So December was very cold, so meteorological winter got off to a very cold start, but January and February were oh so warm that we gained a whole lot of ground pretty quickly in 60 days. All right, let's talk about March. Of course, today is March the 1st. Average highs, 54 at the beginning of the month. Average highs at the end of the month, 64. So temperatures do go up about 10 degrees on average from the first to the last day of the month. Overnight lows start around 34 on the 1st, going up to 42 by the 31st. We gain 1 hour and 12 minutes of daylight throughout the month. And by the way, daylight saving time will start for us in the month of March. It's not very far away. The hottest we've ever been in March was 90 degrees back in 1945. Coldest we've ever been, 9 degrees in 1996. The wettest March we ever had was back in 1993. And the most snow we ever got in March was over 30 inches, set back in 1960. All right, friends, let's talk about our next weather maker. Can you see it? It's not hard to find. It's just to the west of us. We've got rain extending from Ohio through Kentucky, Tennessee, south into Arkansas. This is what's heading our way tonight. It will arrive for us soon after midnight. By 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, we're going to be pretty wet across the region. That is what's headed our way tonight into early tomorrow. Okay, so this first batch of rain impacts us from roughly 1 a.m. through about 9:30 a.m. Okay, then we get a break. Not much more is going to happen after 9:30 in the morning tomorrow. Once we get beyond the mid-morning hours tomorrow, the rest of the day should be pretty dry, although the clouds are going to be pretty stubborn. There's a very high risk for severe weather as we head into Thursday towards the Arklatex and also towards Mississippi. Friday, that severe weather threat shifts a little bit further to the east, such that on Friday, we're going to see a chance for some severe weather extending from Kentucky south towards Georgia and Alabama. This includes the Carolinas, it includes Georgia, and yes, it even does possibly include us. Okay, so what's going to happen here on Friday is we're going to have colder air trying to nudge in from the north. We're going to have warmer air trying to nudge in from the south. There's going to be a little bit of a battleground going over the Commonwealth in the form of a warm front. This warm front right here is going to bisect where the colder is to the north from where the warmer air is to the south. And when you have cold air and warm air colliding or clashing, that is when you can pick up on some thunderstorms. And friends, we will have the chance for some thunderstorms on Friday, okay? Strong to severe thunderstorms are possible for us on Friday. They're not going to be widespread. I don't think we're going to have, a widespread severe weather outbreak on Friday here locally, like what they could potentially see in places like Little Rock, Memphis, and Jackson heading into tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. But again, a couple of storms for us on Friday could certainly pack a punch. And that is why the Storm Prediction Center has put us in either a marginal risk or a slight risk for severe weather, a level 1 risk or a level 2 risk. So again, we're going to need to keep a close eye on Friday, especially as we head into the afternoon and evening hours when we get the daytime heating going. Keep in mind, Friday's not going to be that warm. Temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the lower 70s. Temperatures by Friday are going to drop into the 50s. Tells you just how much juice these storms are going to be able to create by themselves. So again, it looks like we're going to have a couple of batches for rain moving in. We've got the first batch likely moving in tonight between 1 a.m. and then ending around 9:30 on Thursday morning. So 1 a.m. through about 9:30 is what we're looking at for the first batch of rain tonight into early tomorrow. And then we're going to have another batch of rain pushing in Thursday night into Friday. And again, Friday is the time frame where I think we'll have the best chance for a couple of thunderstorms. As far as how much rain we see here, it's a good amount headed our way. Now, it looks like the heaviest rain is actually going to stay west of us. That's where we could see 4, 5, 6 inch rainfall totals. For us here locally, I would say anywhere from about 3/4 of an inch to about 2 inches of rain headed our way. Okay, so that's about what we're looking at here Wednesday night through Friday night. 3/4 of an inch to about 2 inches of rain possible. And it looks like potentially some of those higher totals will be in areas south of 460. All right. If you have said to yourself here over the last 28, 29 days, it feels like it's been windier than normal. It feels like February has been a very windy month, hasn't it? Well, the answer to that is yes. Absolutely it has been. February was a very, very windy month for all of us across Southwest Central and Southside Virginia. We kind of broke it down here. Here's a list of the days as far as what you saw as far as the winds were concerned, and areas, or I should say days in green. There were 6 of them, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 days where we had winds of less than 20 miles per hour. 6 out of 28 days. That means 22 out of the 28 days had winds greater than 20 miles per hour. You'll notice these days in yellow, that's where we had 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts. Our days in red had 30 to 40 mile per hour gusts, and these days in purple had 40 mile per hour plus wind gusts. Interesting fact, in Roanoke, 11 out of the 28 days had gusts of 30 miles per hour or higher. 11 out of 28 days. That's almost half the month. So yes, February, as we just went over, was a very, very warm month. If not the warmest month, the warmest February ever on record. However, this was also one of the windiest Februaries we've ever had too. Again, in Roanoke, 11 out of 28 days with gusts of 30 miles per hour plus. Winds right now, not a factor. Okay, winds are pretty calm right now. Winds started out in March today. They play a huge role in our forecast. Winds right now anywhere between about 3 and 8 miles per hour. However, the winds will strengthen tomorrow. And once those winds strengthen tomorrow, they're going to be on the stronger side Friday into Saturday. Okay, so we are looking at the winds certainly being a little bit more of a factor for us here over about roughly the next 48 to 72 hours. Sustained winds tomorrow, 6 to 12 miles per hour every now and then, gusting 15 to 20 miles per hour. So again, the winds are going to pick up tomorrow, breezy at times for us here on Thursday, even stronger winds on Friday. Right now at 10:09, it is 59 in Hot Springs, 51 Wytheville, Hillsville, and Galax. It's 50 in Roanoke, 49 in Lynchburg, and you've got temperatures in the mid to upper 40s across Southside. The temperature outlook, though, for the next 6 to 10 days is showing something we have not seen in a while, and that is temperatures over the next week and a half are expected to be at or slightly below average. And we're going to start to tap into those cooler temperatures as soon as the weekend. The real heart of the heat is moving further down to the south. Certainly portions of Texas all the way east into Florida going to have temperatures above average. It's going to be really hot in Florida for about the next 2 weeks or so. But for us here, temperatures aren't going to be as warm. Temperatures are going to start to cool off a little bit. We're going to get, I think, back down to about where we should be for this time of year over roughly the next week and a half. So for tonight, right now we're dry, but that will change after midnight. 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, showers are going to start to roll in. Overnight lows tonight 50 to 55. For the day tomorrow, we're looking at showers through about 9 or 9:30. And then the rain ends and the rest of the day is dry, but the clouds are going to be pretty stubborn tomorrow, but we're going to be very, very warm. High temperatures tomorrow, 60s and 70s. Your extended forecast. Temperatures on Friday are down into the 50s, okay? We're still in the 50s as we head into this weekend, upper 50s to be exact. And then temperatures start to go up next week, 60 to 65 here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Again, we're going to have that chance for rain tonight into early Thursday, then we get a break. Another chance for rain, even a couple of thunderstorms Thursday night into Friday. Then this weekend is dry with more sunshine for everybody, okay? Weekend looks pretty good. It's going to be breezy, but it's going to be dry. Monday looks to be a pretty day too, a little bit warmer, 63, and then a few showers will be possible later Tuesday into Wednesday. So again, temperatures at their warmest tomorrow, at their coolest this weekend. We're going to have a couple chances for rain here over the next 7 days as well. Current time is 10:11, and joining me is my good friend Allie. Allie, are there any questions I can answer tonight? Thank you. Okay, first off, thank you for the comment. I am feeling better. If I could get rid of this cough, that would be great. My voice is back, and I'm so happy for that because I struggled last week. Last week was certainly not easy, but we got through it. So thank you again for the well wishes. Is there any chance for snow or ice over the next month or so? I don't see it, and it breaks my heart. I don't care about ice. I shouldn't say that. Ice. I don't care about ice. If we never see ice again, I'd be fine with it. But I love snow. I love snow. And I actually went to a school today for Read Across America Week. Went to Glen Cove Elementary School in Roanoke County. And I'd say I got asked that question at least a couple of times. And my answer was the same I'm about to give you, and that is I don't think so. Anything can happen. But again, when we look at temperatures for the next 7 days, not very conducive for any snow or ice. As we look at the next 10 to maybe 12 days worth of temperatures, yeah, we may cool down a little bit, especially as we head, say, beyond March 8th or 9th. But is it going to be cold enough for us to see some snow? Probably not, because the heart of the real cold air is going to be bottled up to the west, okay? I don't see it. I don't see it. But I will tell you, I was wrong in January thinking that we were going to see some snow later in January going into February. It didn't happen. So anything can happen. But do I think we're going to get any snow here this March? I mean, we could have some high elevation West Slope snow showers. That is certainly a possibility. But is everybody going to see an accumulating snow in March? My best answer to that right now is probably not. Unfortunately, it breaks my heart because I love snow. Any other questions, Allie? Perfect. These appcasts that we're doing, we will do them every Monday at 10 p.m., every Friday at 10 p.m. And kind of the reasoning behind that is to do an appcast on Monday at 10 to kind of let you know about the week ahead, and also to do an appcast every Friday at 10 p.m. to let you know about your weekend forecast. If you've been watching these appcasts here since we started them about a month ago, we certainly have been doing them more than on Monday and Friday nights. We've been doing them, I would say, about 2/3 of the time because we've had weather to talk about, which leads me to say we will be doing these appcasts nightly if the weather needs it, if we think we need to explain something to you, if we think we need to keep you ahead of the storm for any reason. For instance, tomorrow night, we will absolutely be doing an appcast to let you know more about what's to come here Thursday night into Friday. So we'll be doing another one of these tomorrow at 10 p.m. to kind of, again, let you know about the rain and storms headed our way potentially on Friday. So you can see these appcasts on 5 different sources. You can see them on YouTube, you can see them on Roku, you can see them on the news app, you can see them on the weather app, and we're still doing them even on Facebook Live. So those are your 5 ways to watch these appcasts. Again, we'll be doing another one tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'm actually off on Friday, so I think we'll plan on doing one on Friday too. It'll probably be Marshall doing it on Friday as opposed to me. But that's kind of our reasoning. We do them every Monday and Fridays, and we also do them as needed during the week as well to kind of keep you up to date. Any other questions, Allie? Perfect. 10:15, we'll see you guys back here in about 45 minutes from now with our 11 o'clock newscast. We do hope to see you then, but if we don't, we'll see you again